Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So in this video we're going to be looking at my top 10 pick up and play Evercade games for your Evercade devices and Super Pockets. And by that I mean games that are very simple to pick up. They're not really too complex. They don't need an awful lot of sort of instruction reading to get you started. Basically just very quick, very easy games to get started to play when you've got that spare couple of minutes, maybe if you're waiting on the bus or you're waiting on the tea getting made or something like that. Basically very quick, easy games to pick up and play. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's have a look at those 10 games. So my first game has to be this one, Dodo from Indie Heroes Collection 3, that's coming at the end of February 2024. A fantastic, very addictive game that you can really just pick up and play at any point and just get started. Just even have a bash at the first level and then switch off again, it makes no difference. It's so addictive, it's a lot of fun, and it's a very easy, simple pick up and play game for a couple of minutes. It's excellent stuff. Highly recommended. And if you've not pre-ordered Indie Heroes Collection 3 yet, what are you waiting for? It's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play this again on Evercade stuff. So next up it's Boulder Dash, that's coming soon on C64 Collection 3 at the end of February. A fantastic, very easy pick up and play game where you just really need to collect the gems and the sort of mine here and avoid getting killed by the fallen rocks. There's a lot of different challenges, but I think this is such a fantastic pick up and play game. It's not overly complicated, very simple, and if you make a mess you can just start again or switch off and come back at some other point. It's a great addictive little game. So this is Duke Nukem 1 from the Duke Nukem Collection 1, a fantastic side-scrolling run and gun game. It's so addictive, I absolutely love it. Now I have actually completed the game, but I think it's very easy to just go back into the various different levels, pick and choose your levels, and try and basically 100% complete them by collecting everything, shooting everything that you see on the screen, clearing all the monsters, the security cameras, that type of thing, and try and basically tick the boxes that Blaze have handily added at the end of each level completion screen, telling you how many things you've actually destroyed. So it's very addictive, easy just to jump into any of the levels at any time, and it's one of those games you can really just pick up. Once you've actually completed it, just pick up and play any levels at your leisure. Great fun, fantastic title, and I absolutely love it. An easy game to pick up without having to think too much. So this is Brig St from the Home Computer Heroes Collection, and it's obviously a River Raid clone, but it's still decent enough in its own right. Simple enough to pick up. You're just trying to avoid or destroy the enemies that come across your path as you make progress through the different levels here, and obviously keeping an eye on your fuel gauge and topping up as you go. You can destroy the fuel as well for extra points, but obviously if you need the fuel you're probably better off trying to sort of fuel up when you can. But it's very addictive, easy enough to pick up, it's a no-brainer, and I really enjoy it. It's obviously a high score hunt game, but it's still great fun for 5 minutes. So this is Beer Slinger from the Indie Heroes Collection 2. This is obviously inspired by the game Tapper. The same type of idea, you're just taking the orders from the customers and provide them with what they're asking for in a timely manner, and then you move on to the next day. I think it goes up to a maximum of 7 days, and each day obviously the cash that you need to make is more than the last one. Easy to pick up, it's a no-brainer, it's very simple, and it's quite addictive as well.
Louder. Audio. Sound. Louder.
So this is World Rally from Gatelco Arcade 1, a fantastic sort of racing game, and we don't have enough of these on Evercade for my liking, but I could replay this initial stage over and over again. I think it's fantastic, really addictive stuff. Now you could play this just for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, if you've got maybe a couple of minutes spare as you're waiting the dinner getting made or whatever it is. It's easy just to quickly pick up and then put back down again. Excellent stuff, and I would highly recommend it. Okay, so this is Speedball 2 from the Bitmac Brothers collection. Now, I'm not saying this is the best version of Speedball. I think it's obviously something quite wrong with it. We're missing the music from it, for example, so I'm not sure what's happening there. However, it's still a great fun game, and I was a big fan of Speedball back in the day, more so on the Commodore 64, but it's an amazing, addictive game, very simple. You're basically just trying to score more goals than the opposition, or more points for that matter. It's very simple to pick up. It's quite a difficult game to actually master right enough, but once you do, you'll absolutely love it, and you could really just pick up and play this in a few minutes and then just stop and come back at any other time. Easy stuff, absolutely love it. I just wish we had a better version on Evercade rather than the one we have.
Replay! Get ready!
Okay, for me, this is my ultimate handheld game, just to pick up and play for a few minutes. It's so addictive. I might even rate this as one of my most favourite games on Evercade. This is Romeo and Juliet from the Mega Cat Studios Collection 2. And it's kind of like a Tetris style game, but as you can see here, you get three sort of shapes that you need to try and fit into the grid. The idea is trying to make lines. Now, you're not really trying to match up colours or anything. You're just trying to create lines. Some of these you have a sort of goal. At the initial stage here, you're trying to match up or get 50 lines to complete it. Then you obviously go forth. It's 100, 150, 300 lines, that type of thing. There's an arcade version as well where you're only really trying to get a high score. But for me, I think this is so addictive. I think it's a brilliant game for your handhelds, and I was absolutely hooked when it first came out. I think it's one of the easy games just to pick up and play as well on even the Super Pockets and Evercade devices. Not sure it's as great on maybe the VS. For me, this is more so a handheld game, much like Tetris was. I think it's absolutely fantastic stuff. So probably be crazy not to do this video and not have Sensible Soccer from the Codemasters collection on here. An easy pick up and play game. Obviously if you don't like football it might not be your thing, but for me this is easy just to pick up, have a random game of Bad Words United versus Rubbish and just play it while you're waiting on the bus or the train, or you're sitting on a bus waiting to go to work or whatever it is. Easy game just to quickly pick up without having to think too much. Excellent stuff. I played this so much back in the day. Sadly I probably haven't played it as much on Evercade as I did back in the Mega Drive days, but there's no doubt it is a very fun, addictive game. So another easy inclusion is PacMan from the Namco Collection 1. A very simple game. I'm sure everyone must have played this at some point, even in the arcades or on some other device at some point. Very simple to pick up, munch those pellets, take out the ghost, move on to the next stage. I've never been overly great at Pac-Man, but I still enjoyed it, and it was one of those games that was definitely perfect for picking up and playing, even if for just a couple of minutes and then moving on to whatever else you're doing. Excellent stuff, a classic of its time for sure. Okay guys, so that's my 10 pick up and play games for Evercade devices and Super Pockets. Please let me know, what are your go-to games for Evercade and Super Pockets? What are the ones that you find are easy enough to pick up and play without too much complications, obviously too much in-depth sort of instruction manual reading? I think some of these games, they're very easy. Anyone can pick up and play them without knowing too much about the games, which I absolutely love. Sometimes it's great just to sit back and play a game that doesn't require a lot of thought, and I think this video is perfect for that. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.